Having said that, as a young minister for this administration, I should tell you that I have been through a lot of areas in a very younger stage. And as a young leader, you definitely face what I call the young leader's tag. The young leader's tag is the doubt that comes to mind when, as a younger person, you strive to lead, especially in difficult areas. I remember clearly when I was in level 600, final year medical school. While I was preparing for my final year medical exam, I was equally running for Member of Parliament for Amoakohene constituency. So you can understand how crazy it was having to combine at that level. Equally, when I was running for regional secretary for my party, NDC 2022, I was the youngest to ever attempt such a position. So you could equally understand the doubts that will come in the minds of the lot. After 2024 election, little did I know that every single step you take as a young leader, you may not know who would be watching. And clearly, His Excellency the President John Dramani Mahama was watching, for which reason I've had the opportunity to serve as regional minister and the youngest, for that matter, in this administration. Political journey in Ghana. So when it comes to political journey in Ghana, no one would feed you with spoon and cup unless you paired yourself and distinguish yourself as a youth leader. And clearly, you would have to take advantage of the opportunities within the leadership setup of the country to be able to build yourself to that level where great leaders would notice you and be able to project you to that pedestal. Youth empowerment is young people having the power and the tool to shape their own future. So having the tool, having the power to be able to shape your own future. And this is important for us for a couple of reasons. I'll pick just 4 of them. It will help you understand the process of nation building. So whenever a youth is brought on the table of decision making, it helps us know how it is done. And whilst we know how it is done, it helps us own the future, because we are part of the process of creating that future and developing our motherland. And it also helps us to take responsibility. And the ultimate for me is that it teaches you what we call troubleshooting. Whenever there is a problem, you would not throw your hands in despair, or you will not give up. You would be able to stand and make sure that you solve each and every single problem, because we are part of the process in making sure we build the future that we all want. Here in Ghana, and upon examining our laws, I've noticed that all our affirmative laws are gender-based. There is no deliberate affirmative law that is youth-inclined, instead of, in terms of holding governments, in terms of quota for youth participation in leadership, among others. So it means that our laws have given youth leadership and youth participation in leadership at the discretion of the president and the leaders when elected. However, when it comes to the entrepreneurship aspect, skill development, definitely there is YE, there is NEIP to help with that aspect. But when it comes to leadership and participation of the youth, there is not much to be said about that. So the first thing and the first advocacy is that from here, VODEC, probably together with the leadership of the Parliament of the Republic of Ghana, you can see how best we can be deliberate in making sure there are affirmative actions, in making sure clear quotas are defined for youth leadership.
So we got into an important section, and most of you didn't see my phone.